wanted to talk about something that's been really on my mind lately. Something that I really thought that I shouldn't be sharing. But you know, the more I think about it, the more I realize that I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one who goes through this. I'm certainly not the only one who thinks about this. So I wanted to get my story out there in hopes that it may help other mommies like me, just to, you know, overall feel better. So with that being said, today I was just going to talk about how I stay sane as a stay-at-home mom, as a young mom, and also as a mom that doesn't have that much money to spend. Every stay-at-home mom goes through this, whether it be something that just crosses their mind or something that really does affect them. So this is my experience and some of the things I do to keep my mental health in check, as well as keep myself occupied throughout the day and just avoid the burnout of being a stay-at-home mom. So first of all, I wanted to tell you guys what kind of inspired me to do this video. So I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm like the primary caretaker of Olivia, my 10-month-old daughter. So both myself and my boyfriend and Olivia's father, Stanley, are stay-at-home parents. However, Stanley is an entrepreneur and he has just started a small business, so a lot of his time is devoted to that. So he is at home to help me a little bit, but you know, most of the time during the day he is focused on getting the business up and running, and that leaves me as the primary caretaker of Olivia. And so when I first had Olivia, you know, I didn't really experience a lot of the postpartum, when you first have a baby, you hear about a lot of women kind of like slipping into postpartum depression. That's not something I really had to experience or did experience. I had a little bit of baby blues, and they tell you that's just from like your body processing out all the why can't I think of the word? All of the chemicals from being pregnant, and your body's just like a hormonal mess. So I did experience a little bit of that, but it wasn't, you know, very extreme. It went away in about 2 weeks or so, and you know, I was fine. All the way up until around 5 months, 6 months, when Olivia was about 5 to 6 months old, in about May. That's when I started having just some issues with just being a stay-at-home mom. I got really worked up just thinking about, like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Somebody had asked me, you know, what do you do? And I told them I'm a stay-at-home mom, and they kind of made a face, and I was like, what's that face for? You know, I do a lot. But then I sat there and I thought about it, and I really was like, wow, I don't have anything to show for myself. Like, I'm not in school, I'm not working, and I just felt like I wasn't doing anything. Like, my self-worth was really low. I felt very lonely, and that has been plaguing me, I mean, up until recently, and I'm still dealing with it, but I have realized that the best thing that I can do, and the number one thing that I needed to do, was just realize the fact that I'm not okay. And that was step one towards me doing stuff that's better for my mental health, and also to take care of my child better. So, you know, I've been dealing with this, and all the way from May until October. Today's October the 1st. And about a week ago, I kind of had a mental breakdown. Like, I kept telling myself, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, this is just a thing, you'll get through it. And then a week ago, my body and my mind just said, no, you're not okay. And I kind of had a mental breakdown. I cut my hair, hence the new haircut. Shout out to Monica for fixing my hair, because it was kind of a hot mess and uneven before this. But I didn't know who I was, my self-worth, my loneliness. I was depressed, and I kept putting on this brave face for everyone around me because I didn't want them to think that I was suffering, and I didn't want to think that I was suffering. But in all reality, I was. I still, have those moments, But this is what I did, and I'm going to share with you guys what I did to help pick myself back up, you know, get out of my depressive funk, and just overall be a more happy person. I don't want to say more happy, but a more positive person, somebody who's excited and not just, you know, living in a depressive funk. This is really close to my heart because I'm gonna get emotional. Because I did have that breakdown, and I don't want anyone to go through that. And I know I'm not the only one, and to anyone who is watching this, to any mom who is watching this, you know, you are not alone. We all go through it, and it's going to be okay. So with that being said, that was my little story, and that's why I'm doing this video. So here are my tips on just fighting off the depression, loneliness, the low self-worth that comes with being a stay-at-home mom. So first of all, I have about 5 tips, but my number 1 tip is going to be self-care. Self-care is so important as a stay-at-home mom, because as a stay-at-home mom, whether you have 1 child or 4 children, you are constantly taking care of everyone else, putting yourself last. You're constantly cleaning for everyone to keep the house upkept. You're constantly taking care of your children. If you have animals, you're constantly looking after them. Your husband or your boyfriend or, you know, other members of your family, when they come home, you're taking care of them, giving them a nice cooked meal, and you're constantly putting everyone above your needs. And so it's important to come back to yourself and make sure you're taking care of yourself too. Something that I like to do that makes me feel good and, you know, just gives me that little boost of self-care that I need is just taking 5 minutes in the morning and doing my makeup. Whether that be just a little bit of mascara, some eyeshadow, or taking 5 minutes at night, 5-10 minutes at night before I go to bed, just to give myself a facial, do a face mask, massage my feet, something like that that is nurturing to myself. Because let's be honest, if you are not taking care of yourself, how are you expected to take care of others? How can you expect yourself to take care of other people if you're not taking care of yourself first? So that's my number 1 tip, self-care. Another tip that I really think is very important is having a routine. Now, this doesn't have to be an all-day routine from the point you wake up to the point you go to sleep, but something that you do routinely throughout the week. So I don't have like an hourly routine for my day, but I do have a daily routine of stuff that I need to get done every day throughout the week. Monday is going to be like empty the fridge, get rid of all the trash in the house day, because our trash gets picked up Tuesday morning. So that's something I do every Monday. Every Thursday, there's story time at our local library. So I take Olivia to story time, and that's kind of our day out where we do something after story time. Either go to the park, sometimes we go and just like go to Pepco and look at the animals. We go to the free petting zoo down our street. You know, there's a lot of free options for us, and you don't always have to spend money. Another thing that I like to do is on Saturdays, I go out shopping. And it's not food shopping, I just go shopping for something. If I need socks for Olivia, I'll do it on Saturday. It's just something I look forward to every day of the week. So if you're able to do that for yourself, you know, that's something great that you can do. My 3rd tip is going to be to go out. And as a stay-at-home mom, you know, 1 income in the house, there's not a lot of room for you to be frivolous with money and go out every day and go out to eat every day, because let's be honest, we don't got that kind of money. At least I don't, and I'm sure there are other people out there who don't have money like that. So what I like to do is I like to at least make sure I go out every day. And going out for me can just be putting Olivia in her stroller and taking a walk around the neighborhood, okay? And it doesn't have to be, you know, 75 and sunny for me to do that. I do it when it's kind of cold out, you know, in the 50s. You just gotta make sure you bundle your kid up. They won't get sick from being outside in the cold. They'll get sick if they are cold, but being outside in the cold won't get them sick. So yeah, I like to take Olivia out for walks. I also like to just go to the park. That's something free we can do. I like to take her to story time. That's a free thing that we like to do. And then there's a bunch of other moms there who are, you know, taking their kids as well, and you can meet new moms, you know, coordinate play dates, something free as well. We like to go to, like I said, we like to go to Petco and just look at the different animals. There's a free petting zoo by our area. Our zoo in DC, that's free as well. You know, there's just so many little things that you can do that are going to be free, and you don't have to spend a junk load of money, and you still feel like you've gotten out of the house for the day. So my number 3 tip is to just make sure you're able to go out. Whether that be walking your baby in a stroller, you know, that's something. My 4th tip is going to be, you know, don't stress out. And I know I'm like preaching to the choir when I say this, like, of course you're gonna be stressed out as a mom, but there's some things that you just like can't change. Like me, before I got pregnant, I was a clean, neat freak. And being a stay-at-home mom, like, I feel like it's my duty to make sure everything's clean because I'm not doing anything else, so of course the house needs to be clean. Well, you got that wrong. Don't stress yourself out over a clean house. Don't stress yourself out over that pile of laundry. Yes, you'll be able to get it done, but playing with your kid, you know, taking in these moments to go ahead and make sure that you're, you know, being the best parent you can, it's going to be okay. Your child doesn't notice that the dishes aren't done. Your child doesn't notice that there's a pile of laundry, but your child does notice if you're, you know, playing with them, and those are memories that they'll have forever. We're back. So I just remembered what my 5th tip was, and that was to find a hobby for yourself. Something I really got into lately was couponing, and that's like a win-win because I don't have a lot of money. Couponing is affording me to be able to go out and get stuff without spending as much money. So that's something I like to do. If you're into painting, paint by numbers, puzzles, sewing, knitting, stuff that you're able to do for yourself to occupy your mind or just devote half an hour a day to that hobby is going to help improve your mental state by so much. And I don't want to sound like I'm a therapist because I'm not a doctor, but these are things that have worked for me, and they, you know, they help me to just break the mundaneness of being a stay-at-home mom and waking up and taking care of a baby all day and then doing it every single day. So, you know, I realize that not everything is going to work for everyone. You know, not all of my tips are going to be something that you can apply directly in your life. But if you can take tidbits here and there and tweak them the way it works for you, you know, that's wonderful. And you're eating my necklace. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys. I really do appreciate you guys for watching this whole video. Hopefully it did help you out, and like I said, you know, tweak it if you need to fit your life. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me down in the comments. I'm more than happy to answer anyone's questions. And if you did like this video, make sure you like it and subscribe and check out some of the other videos on my channel. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Say bye-bye. See the camera? Say bye-bye. Say bye! Okay, bye guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.